Well, hello there. My name is Chris Brown. I'm your humble chimney sweep. I thought we would take a moment, go over your inspection report. But before we get started, let me show you how these reports read out, and then we'll dive right into yours. So stay with me. Okay, now let's take a look at the inspection report and see how it reads out. This is a generic report. This is exactly what you will get, only your information obviously will be filled into all these blanks. The upper right-hand corner of the report is the legend. Each one of these initials pertain to something. A is consistent with the age of the chimney. B, see comments below. C, repairs needed. D, need further evaluation. Or E, not applicable. And they're placed into the boxes next to the parts of the chimney that can be easily identified in this diagram. And then, of course, you'll find my comments here below. Now, let's take a look at your personal report. So stay with me. Hey, it was great to see you out at the house today. What a beautiful house. Great location, too, by the way. Let's go inside the den. Let's take a look at this fireplace. It's an open wood-burning fireplace. It's missing some mortar in different places here in the firebox area, which should be repaired with refractory cement. I've given you a price on doing that if you're interested. Working damper, no problems with that. This fireplace was a vent-free gas log set at one time. It had vent-free gas logs in it. On both sides, there was a gas line cut in on both sides. The one on the left side should have been the only one cut in. I don't know why they tried to cut in on the right side. This fireplace cannot be used for anything other than vent-free gas logs. You cannot burn wood safely or vented gas logs which produce carbon monoxide safely in this fireplace. And I'm going to show you in a minute why. But what I was going to say is for vent-free gas logs, which is the only thing I would suggest using in here, you can use this hole on the left side to run your gas line in. The meter is just on the outside here right next to the fireplace. All right, let's take a look at this flue system. So the mason misunderstood apparently. He really didn't know the codes, and I don't know what he knew or didn't know, and I don't know what the original building inspector knew or didn't know, because it's been like this since the house was built. They tried to use two flues in here. They tried to use the furnace flue and a fireplace flue. And then when you get to the top of the chimney, here's kind of what you see up there. It's the strangest thing. Let me see if I got another picture. I don't have another picture of it. The flue system is leaky. It's going to leak gases and smoke into the walls of the house. You could see the gaps here, and this would have never met code, wouldn't meet code today, it wouldn't have met code when the house was built. So basically, someone wisely at one time put vent-free gas logs in here. They took them out, somebody else took them out and has burnt some wood in here. That's very unsafe. So going back to vent-free gas logs is definitely your best choice. There's no repair to this short of just gutting the whole chimney out and starting over, and that would be very, very expensive. It'd be much cheaper and more beneficial to you to have vent-free gas logs in there. All right, questions about that, don't ever hesitate to call me. We'll chit chat about that. Chimney caps. Got a chimney cap on one of the flues. This is the fireplace flue, and then of course this was designed to be the furnace flue, but they cut it into that fireplace, so it doesn't have a cap on it. Rain and stuff is getting down in there, so you might want to think about either sealing it off with sheet metal or putting a cap on it. Let's go back to this fireplace look. So if we use vent-free gas logs, and that's the only thing you can use in here, I would treat it as if it was vented, which means you would leave the damper open, let the heat out, and that way you would not have a clearance problem and you would not need this hood right here. So if you want to use this fireplace vent-free, treat them as vented, leave the damper open, and then you'll have a beautiful working fireplace here. Need to make some repairs in the firebox area. Would be wise to paint that firebox flat black and make it look like brand new. Let's go back up on top. So that's what's going on up here. We've got some cracks in the crown that should be re-poured to help prevent water leaks. Behind the chimney should be a cricket. Here's what a cricket looks like. The reason for a cricket is when the water runs down the chimney. In this instance, this is the way your chimney is. The water's hitting back here and running back up underneath the shingles, and those are water leaks. By having a cricket back here, you can see where the water coming down, the rain just diverts around the chimney and prevents the leak. State of North Carolina says if you've got a chimney that's wider than 30 inches, you must have a cricket back there. I don't know how that ever passed code, but for whatever reason it did. Questions? Now a roofer will help you with that, by the way. Questions for me on this or any other subject pertaining to fireplaces, 704-526-6348. Email me at chris@affordablesweep.com. Thank you.